Good morning, wonderful students at home. How are you doing? My name is Ms. Keisha Buleme. I'm taking the subject agricultural science. And today's topic will be discussing problems of farm managers. Problems of farm managers. Before we commence today's topic, let's have a recap of our previous videos. Now, our previous video, we discussed factors of production. Then we're going to discuss land as a factor of production. We also discussed capital as a factor of production. We discussed labor as a factor of production. I also discussed in farm manager or entrepreneur as a factor of production. That was week 1 to 5. Week 6, we don't have any video. So from the scheme of work, week 6 is field trip, when students will be able to go to the farm to see all these things that are being taught. But since we are not in school, so we couldn't do that. Week 7 is our midterm break. So we're going to week 8 and 9. And week 8 and 9, we'll be discussing factors of production as a topic, and our subtopic will be discussing problems of farm manager or problems an entrepreneur of an entrepreneur. So our lesson objectives for today, at the end of today's lesson, students should be able to state the problems of farm manager or problems of entrepreneur. So let us refresh our memory again. Factors of production can be defined as the basic resources or agents used for providing goods and services. Without these basic resources or without these basic agents, factors of production will prove abruptive. So we need these resources to put in place before factors of production can take place. Factors of production can be defined as the basic resources or agents used for providing goods and services. We have the types of factors of production. We have the land, we have the labor, we have capital, we have farm manager or an entrepreneur. I take that again. We have land, labor, capital, farm manager or an entrepreneur. Types of factors of production. Land can be defined as the resources provided by nature to aid the production of goods and services. Land is a natural gift from nature. Land, you can find land everywhere around us. When you look at your left, you see a land. When you look at your right, you see land. Land is everywhere. And land, you can use land for different purposes. We can use land for recreation purpose. We can use land for agricultural purpose. We can use land for construction purpose. So there are different ways land can be used. I take that again. Land can be defined as the resources provided by nature to aid the production of goods and services. Examples of land are river, farmland, sea, forestry, etc., etc. We'll move to labor. Labor can be defined as the physical, mental, and social efforts used to provide goods and services in an economy. I take that again. Labor can be defined as the physical, mental, and social efforts used to provide goods and services in an economy. Without this physical, without the mental, and without the social effort, labor cannot take place. So it combines with the physical, the mental, and the social effort for labor to take place. Labor can be defined as physical, mental, and social efforts used to providing goods and services in an economy. Even in the agricultural firm, labor is needed. Without the labor, the harvesting of agricultural produce cannot take place or cannot be effective. And we have different types of labor. We have the skilled labor, we have the unskilled labor, we have semi-skilled labor, and we have professional labor. So we move to capital. Capital can be defined as that part of a person's wealth other than land, which yield an income or which aid in the production of further wealth. Capital can be defined as that part of a person's wealth other than land, which aid an income or which aid in the production of further wealth. Capital can be anything as long as it helps in production. Or is helping. For example, the tractor we use in the farmland is also a capital because it helps in production, it helps in clearing the bushes before the planting of the plant. So capital can be defined as that part of a person's work other than land which gives an income or which aid in the production of further wealth. So we go to farm manager. Farm manager is a person who organizes the other factors, undertake the risk and uncertainties involved in production. This farm manager organizes the three other factors of production, organize the land, the labor, the capital, and take risks and uncertainties involved in the production of agricultural produce. A farm manager is a person who organizes other factors of production, such as the land, the labor, the capital, and undertake risks and uncertainties involved in production. Characteristics of farm manager. Characteristics of farm manager. For you to be a farm manager, there's some qualities you must have in you. There's something you must have. It's not just being a farm manager, but there's some things you must possess. Passion. Passion. Having passion on what you want to do. Having passion on the farm produce you are going into. Having passion on the production of farm produce you want to produce, and being an agriculturist, having the passion that this is what I do and this is what I want to do. I love this and this is what I want to do. Having passion on what you are doing. Characteristics of farm manager. One, passion. Talk to a successful entrepreneur and you will hear the word passion when they describe what they do. Passion, love for what they are doing. Two, independent thinking. They think independently. They don't depend on people to give them idea on what they want to do. They know what they want to do. They know what they want to produce. They know how they want to construct the farm or the farm produce. So independent thinking. Entrepreneurs often think outside the box and worried swamped by others who might question their ideas. So they think outside before, they think independently, they know what they want to do, how they can cultivate a large piece of land, how it will be, how the harvesting process will take place. So they think independently. We have optimal like that again, optimism. Optimism. It's difficult to succeed at anything if you don't believe in a good outcome. They are before it takes place, they know what you want to do and they believe in success and they believe that the output of whatever they put into will come out successful. Optimism, believing in yourself and the output of whatever you are doing or the output of the farm produce that they are going to harvest will come out fruitful and will come out harvestful. And you go to the next, which is self-confident. They are always self-confident. They know what they want to do. They know how to go about their production, and they know how the output will come about. So they are always confident. A farm manager is always confident. Resourceful and problem solvers. They are resourceful, they search for more information and also solve problems in the farm. Lack of assets, knowledge, and resources are common, but entrepreneurs are able to get what they need. They solve problems in the farm, they solve the farm problem, and they also make research to know more. Tenacity and ability to overcome hardship. When the crop production or when the harvest period has come and the product or the farm produce didn't come out well, they have the ability to overcome hardship. They believe in themselves and they believe that the next production or in the next season they will do well. In the next season, the harvest period will be better than the previous year. Vision. They have vision. They know where they are going to. They know that in 10 years' time, their farm produce can be exported outside the country. So they have vision and they have passion for what they do. So we go to functions of farm manager. Functions of a farm manager. The function of a farm manager can be grouped into five major areas. We have organization. Farm manager organizes the farm. And two, we have administration. Three, we have production. Four, we have marketing. And five, we have evaluation. So we'll be discussing this in details. Organization. The farm manager secures suitable land for farming. They organize and they secure suitable land for farming. Two, the farm manager determines what to produce, knows the kind of seed to produce, the kind of farm produce that they can produce and can be sold, can be sold in the market. So the farm manager determines what to produce. Three, the farm manager determines the scales of production. You don't just go into planting without you knowing the scales of whatever you want to plant. So farm manager determines the scale of production. Four, it procures loan or capital for farming. The farm manager procures loan for or capital for farming. When there is limited resources, we go ahead to procure loan or capital for farming in order to pay back when the harvesting period is over. He recruits or employs laborers or workers for the farm. The farm manager recruits or employ laborers or workers for the farm. These are the work of a farm manager that organize. One of the function of a farm manager, he organizes the farm. How can he organize the farm? He secures stable land for farming. He determines what to produce. He determines the scales of production. He procure loan or capital for farming. He recruit or employ laborers for the farm. We go to another function of a farm manager, which is administration. Administration. A farm manager supervises the work on the farm. A farm manager supervises the work on the farm. Two, he arranged work rosters for workers. He arranges work rosters for employers. He arranges the roster. He supervises the work going on in the farm. He arranges the work roster. Three, it directs staff on day-to-day activities. It directs staff on what to do on the farm. Four, it makes arrangements for staff welfare. A farm manager makes arrangements for staff welfare. And five, it maintains good labor relationships to avoid the disruption of farm activities. A farm manager maintains good labor relationships to avoid the disruption of farm activities. Production is another function of a farm manager. He avoids waste by efficient use and maintenance resources to yield optimal profits. He avoids waste of resources and he makes use of it to yield maximum profit. And two, he ensures the health of animals. He ensures the health of animals, crop on the farm. He ensures the health of animals or crop on the farm. Don't he makes sure that they are healthy, the crops are healthy, and the animals are healthy. Three, it combines resources to yield optimal profit. It combines the available resources to yield optimum profit. Four, it makes arrangements for general security of the farm. One of the functions of production, a farm manager makes arrangements for general security of the farm. The next one, it avoids waste by efficient use and maintenance of farm resources. He avoids waste by efficient use and maintenance of farm resources. Another function of a farm manager is marketing. The farm manager determines the quantity of produce to sell. The farm manager determines the quantity of produce to sell. Two, he arranges for storage and warehouse of unsold produce. The farm manager arranges for storage and the warehouse of unsold produce, where this unsold produce can be kept. So he arranges the storage and the warehouse for unsold produce. Three, he monitors marketing trade in order to decide on commodity to produce in his farm. He monitors the marketing trade in order to decide what kind of farm produce to produce in his farm. Four, it determines the best marketing channel to use to make maximum profit. A farm manager determines the best marketing channel to use in order to make maximum profit. And five, it determines what price to sell. It determines at what price to sell. Evaluation. That's another function of a farm manager. He keeps the general record of the farm. A farm manager keeps the general records of the farm. Two, he supervises accounts and bookkeeping of all operations on the farm. Three, he analyzes farm operations with respect to targets and objectives. 4, he assesses the staffing condition. He assesses the staffing condition. You don't just because you are sick, you send it to the farm. He assesses the condition of the staff before sending them to the farm. The last one is if develop new strategy for further improvement of farm operations. He develop new strategies for further improvement of farm operations. Problems of farm manager. Problem of farm manager or problem of an entrepreneur. What are the problems? If he has all these abilities to do in the farm, he has good functional quality, he can do this, he can do that. Then what are the disadvantages of what are the problems they encounter that a farm manager encounter? Inadequate information. When a farm manager is not giving information on farm produce or farm price, it becomes a problem. Inadequate information. He may lack information on where to buy farm produce, farm inputs, or acquire information on new innovation, current price of farm produce, etc., etc. This might be a problem when you lack information. When information is not passed to a farm manager, it becomes inadequate, it becomes a problem. One, inadequate information. It may lack information on where to buy farm inputs or farm or current price. Two, problem of marketing. He may not know how and where to sell his produce after harvesting them. That becomes a problem. He may not know how and where to sell his produce, at what time to sell, and at which price to sell for making maximum profit. It's also a problem. When a farm manager doesn't know how to sell his produce or when to sell his product and how to make maximum profit, it becomes a problem. Three, inadequate input. Inadequate input. Farm input like seed, feeds, fertilizer, chemical may be inadequate and scarce and expensive to get. Inadequate input. When the input like seed, fertilizer, chemical may be expensive or scarce, it becomes a problem to acquire. The next one is financial problem. Financial problem. You may not have enough capital. Bank, you may not have enough capital, and bank may not provide loans and produce and produce may not sell at the right price to make more money to reinvest in the business. If financial problem, when you doesn't have enough money to produce the farm produce. And two, bank may not even provide loan for him to go into farming, into production. It becomes a problem. And you will not even know the right time to sell its farm produce. It's also a problem and it leads to lack of finances. And that's also a problem, which is financial problem. You may not have enough capital, bank may not provide loan, and produce may not sell at the right price to make more money to reinvest in the business. Well, another problem is inadequate personnel. Inadequate personnel. Farm manager may not get the right management. The farm manager may not get the right management team to work. Farm manager may not get the right management team to work on the farm, and they may be too expensive to employ for the farm. Inadequate personnel. They may not have the right team of workers to work on the farm, or they will be too expensive to employ. So the workers in the farm will be limited. So it becomes a problem. Inadequate personnel. The next one is government policy. Bad government policy affect agricultural growth and also affect the farm manager production because it will not be good when a farm manager produces the same agricultural produce and the government imports that same produce from outside the country. It becomes loss and discouragement to the farm manager. Bad government policy like importation of food also produced by the farm manager may lead to losses and discouragement and may even result in the folding up of the business. The next one is transportation problem. After planting, producing, and after planting, harvesting, another problem is transportation problem, whereby the farm is very far from the market, and this may lead to loss of farm produce. An entrepreneur or a farm manager may not have a vehicle to do the running around to deliver farm produce and to take farm produce to the market. Excuse me. Transportation problem. An entrepreneur may not have a vehicle to do the running around to deliver farm produce and to take farm produce to the market, and this becomes a problem. The next one is administrative problem. Farm manager may lack the technical know-how, good human relationship with staff, and the condition of his health may affect the performance of duty, may affect the performance of duty. So it becomes a problem when a farm manager does not know how to relate with his people, doesn't know how to relate with his workers, it becomes a problem. Farm manager may lack the technical know-how, good human relationship with staff, and the condition of his health may affect the performance of his duty. Or when the farm manager is not fit to do his own job or to perform his own duty, it becomes a problem. We've come to the end of today's class. Hope you've learned a lot from today's class. Today I was able to refresh you back on factors of production. We also discussed the different types of factors of production. We have the land, the capital, labor, and farm manager. We also went in details to discuss the characteristics of farm manager and the functions of farm manager. Today's topic was problems of farm manager, which we will also discuss. Hope you're able to learn something from today's class. And I want you to be updated. Go back to the school website, copy your notes up to date, and do your assignment. Till we meet again, take care, stay safe, and be happy. Thank you.